It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. I appreciate you stopping by. Today's video is kind of gross, to say the least. But Andy Griffith pranked George Lindsey, who played Goober, of course, one time by using duck innards. A comedy show having pranks on a set shouldn't be surprising, but this gag that Andy Griffith pulled on the Andy Griffith Show might have been overboard. Throughout the generations of classic television, pranks are a common factor. Michael Landon with Little House on the Prairie, John Ritter with Three's Company, even Will Geer on the Waltons were all practical jokers at one point or another. And while Andy Griffith's show brings a wholesome comedy that fans adore, the folks behind it like to bring some comedy to themselves. In one particular scenario, it was Andy Griffith on the laughing end. Biography.com dove into the book Andy and Don to get some context. For one, Andy loved practical jokes of all magnitudes. From little teases to big pranks, the actor was all over them. The site mentions that Griffith loved teasing Don Knotts in particular. The legendary man behind Barney Fife was far less manic off-screen, and that peacefulness was often disturbed by Andy. Besides calling him Jess, making fun of Don's real first name, Jesse, he would also disturb his star's naps with loud noises. Now, okay, this is going to get a little gross for some of you. If it wasn't clear by what I said before, there was one practical joke on the Andy Griffith Show that went above and beyond surprise. This is from Biography.com. Lindsey was napping one day on the set, George Lindsey, while the Goober actor was sleeping. Andy Griffith sprung into action. He draped duck guts around the dressing room of Lindsey, who eventually woke up to the sight. Now, I can't imagine what a rude awakening like that must have felt like. I also can't imagine how bad that must have smelled, but then who knows, maybe they were cleaned. But for the sake of practical joke, it seems like the smellier would be better. However, it wasn't only Griffith doing the pranks. As anyone who's ever done a practical joke knows, the moment it is successfully pulled off one is the moment you have to be on your toes. They often are repaid in kind, and that was no different for members of the Andy Griffith Show. From the Don and Andy book, the moment that this especially highlighted is when the cast got one of Griffith's moccasins. He didn't get it back, at least not initially. He was forced to go home in the shoes he wore as Sheriff Andy Taylor, but the cast had a kicker for the prank. When they finally returned the shoe to the legendary actor, it was completely bronzed, forever a monument to the shenanigans on the Andy Griffith Show. Somebody in the comment line says, "No, I can't get it straight," which this is understandable. Now, was Andy moody on the set, or was he a practical joker? Well, I think you can be both. I think when they say he was moody when, that it called for him to be moody, and there's people who get in bad moods. That's just how it is. But a practical joker is always a practical joker. Trust me, I've got a friend that I'm one of my best friends in the world. I got to be weary of him. So do the rest of my friends. He'll get you one way or another. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I thought it was kind of cute. Please don't forget that classic rock and country music facts and trivia, Beverly Hillbillies facts and trivia off for the weekend. Be back on Monday. Classic TV facts and trivia is on Leave It to Beaver's Barbara Billingsley, June Cleaver. You'll want to check that out. Faith and Entertainment. I'm recommending the movie God's Compass. It's a really, really good movie, guys. You want to check that out too. And if you need the link, just hit me up and I'll give it to you. I'll shoot it to you in the comments. That's all I got for you on this Saturday. Headed out to go weed eating. Anyway, pray that I don't fall over and hurt myself. And guys, have a great day. God bless, and I'm praying for you.